What up, though? What up, though? Ledge here. Prediction time. Lockdown this Saturday. URLTV. If you're not in the building, cop the pay-per-view. It's going down. Really looking forward to this card. It's finally in Philly, man. They deserve it. As I said before, I'm happy for them. So y'all know how I do my predictions. If you're not new here, if you are, I start from what I feel is going to be the weakest battle on the card, all the way up to what I feel is going to be battle of the night. So it's in a whole different order. So let's just go, man. Kick things off with what I feel is going to be the most lackluster battle on the card. Sorry, it happens to be the main event. Cassidy versus Arsonal. I would say live up to the hype, but I don't think hype around it is built off of it being a great battle. I think it's more so built off of it being big names. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna say it's going to be pretty underwhelming. I got Ars 2-1. He's just been around. He know how to maneuver. He's comfortable on the road. And I just don't think Cass is living in his own world where he feels like he don't have to change anything. I don't know if he's taking advice from other MCs who are really just experienced battling in this format. I don't think he's taking advice. I think he's spitting his rounds and just telling people how dope his shit is. And the rappers that he's spitting his shit to is just like, yeah, okay. If you want to go with it, I mean, go. So I got Ars 2-1. I think Cass can take the first. I think he can build a solid enough first. Like his first was solid against Goods, where you felt he won or lost that round. I think he can do a little bit better than that. And then plus being in his own backyard might give him the edge in the first round. But like the Goods battle, I feel like he's going to stay rapping within that same tempo. And it's just going to get repetitive, and the crowd's going to stop rocking with it somewhere in the second. And Ars is going to be too versatile, can switch flows, and it's going to be all over the place. I got Ars winning 2-1 in an underwhelming battle. Moving right along, JC versus Shotgun Suge. I find this battle interesting because Suge has been on this whole I want to battle the pins, and he's always named JC. And I feel like either Suge is calculated, which I haven't seen him be like a calculated person, and he has something on JC, he has something special lined up for JC, or he's just simply trying to punch above his weight and step his lyrics up and his bars up, and he could be setting himself up for a rude awakening. Now, JC just battled Saga. That battle hasn't dropped yet. I don't know the results of that. But the last time I seen JC, he was doing Cortez filthy, in my opinion. So we shall see. We shall see. I think it's going to be an interesting battle. It's definitely a contrast in styles. A lot of people say that JC has problems with aggressive people because of the twerk battle and the Geechee battle. I thought he did really good against Geechee. I think, wouldn't you say Rum is a street guy with street ties and gang affiliations? I thought he beat Rum. So I think it's about 50-50. I don't think he's that bad against aggressive guys like that, like people are saying. We shall see. I do think Suge on the big stage in Philly, I know he's a Jersey guy, but he almost has that Philly just aura about him as well. I know he's going to play to the crowd, and let me tell you, I know his first is going to be crazy because his first on big stages normally are his best rounds. Because like I always say, every time I judge a Suge battle or do a prediction with Suge in it, I always tell you guys, his first is going to be jam packed because he's fresh. He hasn't lost his breath yet. He got tons of energy, and that's when he's going to perform his bars the best. It's all about, can he maintain that over 3 rounds? Is he going to run out of stamina? Is he going to slip up because he's out of breath? And is his material still going to hit in the building? So with that, I'm going to lean just the slightest of edges JC 2-1. I feel like if he can survive the first, he's going to lose the first, I feel, but it's just not losing so bad that the crowd is just rocking with Suge to the point where they're not even listening to you anymore. They're just waiting for Suge to rap again. If he can maintain that type of distance and close the distance and keep it close, he'll edge him out the last 2 rounds, I believe, because he writes really well in the second and thirds. So that's how I got that battle. Next battle, DNA versus Bill Collector. Now, when I first did the URL lockdown, just initial thoughts with my man's E, my man's, I mean, excuse me, it wasn't E, it was Jimmy and Q on the podcast. I kind of had this battle as like what I feel is going to be the weakest battle on the card. But after much more research and thinking about it and also seeing the face off, I feel like they're going to entertain just enough to be somewhere in the middle as far as best battles on this card. DNA, we know he's so well rounded and gifted and consistent. Bill is electric, entertaining, funny, witty, and he does have bars in there. You know, sometimes I think people sleep on sometimes his writing aspect, the things he say. Like even I remember the little line he said against Hitman where he was storytelling, chinky eyed, dumbfounded. People was like, yo, like that was dope to throw in there while you explaining something. So I think it's going to be a really dope matchup. I think it's going to really shock a few people. I'm going to lean Bill on this one, not only because he's in his backyard, he got the home court advantage, but he was just on this platform before. So I think when you just leave a platform and you're right back on it, all you got to do, if he's doing homework, you can look at what you did versus T-Rex and say, okay, this crowd on this platform was rocking with this. They wasn't rocking with that. So you can make some edits, you can make some changes, you can tweak the game plan, keep the stuff that crowd was rocking with, change some of the stuff that they weren't rocking with. Now, granted, it's a URL crowd, but I feel like the Battle Academy gets a lot of people who still watch URL battles, so I don't think that's going to be that much of a difference. I do think DNA is going to keep it close, so that's why I say an edge 2-1 right now, Bill Collector. If I would have waited a day or two, I probably would change my mind, but I'm just going off how I feel right now at this very moment. I got Bill winning. The next matchup, Reed versus K Shine. I feel like this is going to be good too. Reed, to me, out of all the guys on this card that's from the area, I feel like he's the most beloved and celebrated, even more so than Cass, because I think Cass got a whole different style that doesn't really say Philly to me. He doesn't rap fast and switch flows and talk and sound as aggressive. Like when you think of Beans and like I said, you think of Meek Mill, you think of cadences and different flows and pockets and intensity. I feel like that with Reed, and Reed to me embodies the Philly battle rapper. You know, Enes as well. He probably should have been on this card too. So Reed has that. K Shine is electric. Always say top 3 performers all time in battle rap history, along with Hitman and Pat Stay. I think K Shine ability travels well on the road. We seen what he did with Enes in Philly. What was that? I think it was just last year. So I don't feel he's going to be uncomfortable, but I do think Reed is going to have some big moments in this battle. Will it be enough? Will it be enough to take over the whole battle and win 2 rounds out of 3 versus K Shine, who hasn't really lost that many battles clearly in a while? Only battle I got him losing clearly, in my opinion, was to Hitman. I got him clearly losing in that, and that's Hitman. Can you give a Hitman type of performance? Are you capable of that? I don't know. If I'm a betting man, I'm going to take the safe bet and go with K Shine in this one with a clear 2-1. Maybe an edge 2-1, but I'm going to go clear 2-1 because I think over the duration of a round, when you've been inactive like Reed has, and he's been more active than, say, like a Cassidy or Jay Mills, but still inactive compared to the guys who are doing this month after month, you're just going to have some dry spots in there where a bar doesn't land either because you didn't deliver it well, you didn't say it good enough, it wasn't clever or witty enough, or the line may have been dated because you're not sticking to current events at all. So I don't know. I think that's going to happen. I think he's going to be dope. I think we're going to look back and be like, I want to see Reed again. I definitely think after this battle we're gonna want to see Reed again, but I think he's still in ring rust mode. He's still gonna have some ring rust, and Shine is gonna be cooking from the door. All right, so I got Shine 2-1 clear. Next matchup I switched it. I said it was gonna be battle of the night, but I don't think so now. The more I think about it, but it's second though, so it's still gonna be a good fire battle, and that's NJT New Jersey Twerk versus Calico. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Y'all already know. Am I wrong if I beat a nigga ass? All right, I had yo. Anytime I talk about Calico, that's gonna be. I'm hitting y'all with them notes, right? So Twerk versus Calico, a long anticipated battle. People have been trying to see this. They've been going back and forth on Twitter for a long ass time. It's finally here. I don't believe they had a face off for this, and I don't see too much of Twerk tweeting at Cal or Cal tweeting at Twerk besides a few screenshots and photos of Cal poking fun at Twerk. But other than that, it's been kind of quiet, which is a good thing. A good thing. I think if you see one person talking so much, you feel like you got the upper hand because they're doing all this talking, and it makes it look like you're locked in somewhere just writing your ass off. I think they both seen each other kind of quiet, so them themselves, they was like, okay, I'm gonna stay low, and because I think he's quiet, so I think he cooking up some shit. So it could present that, and I feel like that's gonna happen. And I feel like both of their styles fit a Philly crowd. Cal being very direct, street. He has this conversational flow where sometimes he's not even rapping, he's having a conversation with you, talking to you. Then he can start getting into different flows and pockets and rapping fast and having a good cadence. So he's just like really multifaceted. People forget he can rebuttal and freestyle. Like people forget those elements that Calico presents, and he can be aggressive and in your face as fuck. And Philly loves that. Philly also loves Twerk aggressive style and nature. They just seen him smoke Cicero bad, very bad, very bad. He has that star power, and he is the moment maker. He's the moment maker. He makes moments on stages. Now, what he does in between those moments, we'll see. We shall see. He can present that. When he really don't like somebody and really gets a battle, say a John, or if he really respects you, like say a JC, he comes with some of his best material. He knew he was in for a fight versus Rum, and he was barking in that battle. Although it ended prematurely in a way, kind of, because I don't even remember the third like that. I was kind of through with it because the energy died down. But yeah, I think this is a close battle to call because Cal don't really call out too many people and want to battle too many people. And he don't lose a lot. Cal don't lose a lot. Twerk has been more active than Cal and has had better showings than Cal over the course of, I would say, the last year and a half. Let's see. Cal battled Big K, Briz, and Ill Will. Really good versus Ill Will. Was alright versus Big K, and that was a nasty battle versus Briz. During that same span of time, I don't remember all the Twerk's battles, but the ones that stand out. Like I said, during that same stretch, I know he battled Rum. He just smoked Cicero. He was up big against John, in my opinion. So, but he also had battles where I think Bill Collector got him, and I think Sharon got him. So he's had an up and down. So this is tough to call. I think I'm gonna lean towards Calico actually. Here's why. Like I said, he doesn't lose that often. Also, I'm looking at Twerk's track record, in my opinion, versus like vets. Excuse me. I don't think it's that great. He lost to Big T. I got him edged out, losing the Verb. Excuse me. And I also got him losing. Who else he lost to? Oh, he definitely lost to DNA. So he possibly lost to Cortez. Possibly. if you look back at that battle, I might give it to Cortez. Wow, I stuttered crazy right there. But I might give it to Cortez. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, yeah, his record against these vets outside of John, I may be forgetting one or two people. Oh, he lost to Charlie Clips. He lost to Arsonal. Yeah, I'm going with Calico. Yeah, I'm going with Calico. His track record versus vet. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. So he lost to Ars, in my opinion. Who else? Who else? He lost to Verb, in my opinion. Who else? Who else? He lost. He definitely lost to DNA. Lost to Clips. Beat John. Yeah, and I got him losing to Cortez. So that would mean I got him one. I got him, yeah, 1-5 versus like it's big time vets. I guess if you want to give him the Ill Will battle, because Ill Will is a vet, then that's 2 wins. I feel like I'm forgetting a few more, but yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Cal because I just don't think that shit that he pulls off against other guys like Mike P, even though he lost that battle too, but the things that he pulls off against guys at his level or below, it doesn't really work. So, damn, I just thought of that on the fly. I didn't that wasn't rehearsed or thought about beforehand. Yeah, but I guess that's why I'm kind of like stumbling because I'm just figuring that out. I didn't really think about that, but that's a good point. So I'm gonna roll with what I just put together. All right, so I'm gonna go with Calico in that battle, which leads me to why I feel is gonna be the best battle on the card: Geechee versus Tay Rock. I think both of their styles appeal to that crowd. I think Rock has stated that he feels pressure in different aspects about about physicality and things like that. I think we're going to see one of Rock's best showings. We have to. He knows that he has to know. He has to know that this battle is really important. Fuck a champion of the year for the trajectory. I finally got that word right. The trajectory of his career moving forward. Because if you fuck all these antics and all the outside stuff about fighting and things like that, battle wise in the ring, he hasn't won clearly since Disaster outside of Bad News' 1-rounder. And I said clearly because I don't even think he clearly won that. I think it's a toss up, and I think he won that battle. Bad News was really good in that battle. But clearly for 3 rounds, the last battle he won was versus Disaster. Now you're facing Geechee Gotti, one of the most consistent guys around. It I think he knows this. He knows a lot is riding on this battle for him because where do you go after this? If you lose to Geechee clearly in that building, what is left for Tay Rock to do? Like I'm really curious to see how he comes out in this battle. There's nothing really much to say about Geechee. I know he's consistent, bars. I do think after this he should take a break. Don't know if he will. I don't know what he's already signed up for. For some strange reason, even though I don't know this, I don't have any intel. I feel like he's on the Town Business 2 card. Maybe that might be his last battle of the year. But if not, this should be it. He's in Philly. I don't believe he's been there before. I got Geechee, man, 2-1. I can't bet against him. I think Rock is going to really turn up though, and this is going to be a very good battle. This potentially could be a top 8, top 10 battle of the year candidate. I think it's going to be fire because I think Rock is going to show up and have some lines that really crack Geechee in the head, but Geechee has shown improvements. If this battle was late last year or in the middle of last year, I would edge Rock. But because Geechee is more comfortable on big stages, also because he can rebuttal, which swings the whole momentum of a battle, I think those 2 elements give him the edge in this battle. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm looking forward to it. It's this Saturday. Man, URLTV lockdown. Want to follow me on Twitter? The link is in the description. Want to tune into my podcast where you get original content? Nothing that I talked about on YouTube is on the podcast. It's a whole different thing over there. So if you want to tune in to exclusive content on the podcast, link is in the description. Want to follow me on Instagram? Link is in the description. All right. And like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. You never know what you're going to get here. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the people who don't support but kind of pretend they support. All of that good stuff. Love you all. Have a good weekend. And as always, keep it battle rap. Love.